the big fraggers, they're not sort of working at full capacity.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I've got to say, JW's had a real quiet game, 5-11 so far. He's not had that many opportunities with the AWP, but still, it's a very quiet game for him. He's normally almost certainly leading the way. It looks like another A split coming out from Fnatic, 2 toward mid, 3 working through A. And it's going to be Device this time actually with the AWP, not Karrigan watching that push, and Cajun B up on the balcony. Xyp9x looking to cut off at least one arm of this attack, which is Olaf and Krims, but look at them sneaking their way through here, but they're so aware Xyp9x will be.
Xyp9x shots in towards Connector, not going to connect Device. They're trying to make something happen. It's his second of the round. Olafmeister already went down. He's got 4 points of health to work with, but an AWP in this man's hands, he can do whatever he pleases.
And where has JW been in this? Where has Flusher been? This is a quiet play from them. Now we're going to finally see them coming to their own. But JW with it all to do now. 1v3. He has the bomb. He does have 40 seconds. But he's got 3 insanely strong players up against him so far. Karrigan standing, Dupree alive, and Cajun B. And he's trying to make a mad dash for it. Trying to get out of there. Try and find another option. Try and find something. So far, with all the will and want in the world, he's not found a lot. 28 seconds. He should be able to get there in time, but Dupree will be already waiting, and Karrigan not far off either. He just needs to win this 1-1v1. I say just one. If he actually wants to go for this round, and he is. Let's see what JW's got here. Already found. He's got 8 HP, 10 seconds. And you got to say, Dupree and Karrigan already know. I think it's time to try and keep hold of this AWP if he can, but he's not going to be let out easily. He might just make it away.
And he'll have to back up there as well, getting tagged super low. And Dupree, that has got to hurt more than just, of course, in the fields there as JW goes down. Solo mid now, 9-5. Gonna put one more on the board, and that AWP being taken away from JW is going to hurt. They cannot afford one at this stage, and in this last round of the half, they're going to force up. I see some Tech 9s in the mix as well. Going to go for whatever they can to try and grind out a round.
All right, so 2 rifles, 3 pistols. Got the 2 Tech 9s, as you noted, the CZ coming out for Pronax there. And, well, Fnatic have just been floundering under the pressure of the individual play from TSM thus far. Cajun B maybe waiting on a flash. No, he's just going to check towards Palace, just in case there was a threat there. He's going to flash it out himself. Not going to commit off the back of it, though. And it looks like, once again, Fnatic are going to have to run the gauntlet. But already, Olaf being found in mid once again.
The double AWP from TSM is just frightening. It really is, and they made it work so well. Device, what can he do now? Just as I hype him up, JW takes him down as he pushes through. KGB must hold from here. Karrigan gets one, Flush goes down. KGB and Karrigan putting it together, and it's just Krims. He will take down KGB in a 1v2 situation. Cheeky tap to try and get himself into that A side. He must back away. The bomb is loose towards A, towards Palace even, and TSM are pushing up on towards this one. Krims has given us some beautiful stuff this half. But he's going to have to dig deep yet again to get this round for the Swedes.
Dupree already on the site. Xyp9x holding whenever he can here. Actually, the team flash coming out might actually give Krims a bit of an opportunity, but he has snuck it out of ramp, but it's still so hard to play from this position.
It is oppressive to say the very least now. He's got a player towards jungle. And one on the site now. Just wants to make this in 1v1. He does. He gets Xyp9x, but unfortunately Dupree is there for the crossfire. All he really could have done is just try and make it 2 1v1s and take it bit by bit there. But that's half time, and Team Solo mid with a very, very impressive CT side. And this is Cajun B doing some serious work.
But look at that flash that came in for him. I think it was Karrigan who actually let that one fly as well. The flash coming over blinded 3 players from Fnatic, so all of them were hunting out Cajun B. They knew he'd been playing there the entire game. It's not an unknown factor, but allowing him the chance to do better off the back of that, that's the theory. That's the real power of TSM sometimes. It's just those beautiful little crossfires, and of course Pan there highlighting these things. Pan CSGO, a lovely observer for today, picking up from Delayham, who had to step in, and TSM know who Delayham is. But that aside, let's get ready for the second half here in my match of the day. TSM now on the T side, Fnatic on the CT side, and JW looking for those one taps straight through mid.
Trying to work out a mid. I mean, 10-5 is definitely not the worst now as Olafmeister. Oh, Cajun has to take a seat for the rest of this round now. Flusher getting involved as well. These USPs doing so much work in the hands of Fnatic. And there's JW again, but Karrigan pushes towards Olafmeister. Krims is low, but has a defuse kick. Keep an eye on that. He did a cheeky thing to Pimp last week with that one. And there it is. Pronax picks up Karrigan. It's just Dupree now, and the bomb is in his hands.
I'm curious to see where he takes this. JW's watching this angle. That's the problem. JW will get the tag. And now there's 2 watching, one from Kitchen. JW a little closer. Dupree's going to try and take the fight, and he will be put down by Fnatic, who make it onto 6 rounds. A good start for them, a well-needed start for them after that first half.
Fnatic sitting back on those USPs by and large, and just doing a lot of work with those now. And you can see, I'm going to sort of buy up here a little bit. Of course, the MP9 coming out for Pronax. It's a Famis, and Crims is actually going to go for that scout. Force this up and see what they can do. Whereas TSM are all Deagles and armor only for Zipnix, Dupree, and Carrigan.
I'm so scared of even doubting the Deagles these days. You never know. It's like they've suddenly come back into fashion, I guess, or into trend or favor. But Dupree looking for someone to pick apart. Flusher took the challenger on the gauntlet and makes it out alive. The bomb yet to be committed anywhere either. TSM are more than ever testing the waters here. And you can't blame them on that one, playing it quite cautiously. And Fnatic holding quite far back. They're not completely aware of what they're up against. But Carrigan making it so far out towards the side. He has been spotted, and Fnatic playing very passively will lock it down. That's nice stuff from Fnatic. Not challenging up close and personal, not playing too shoddy. And actually Pronax getting a face full of Cajun B then, but it will end up in Pronax's favour as Device last man standing in a 1v5. And I don't think he can do quite what Crims did earlier.
Good discipline from Fnatic here as well as Crims finishes things off. I mean, as I said, last time we saw these two play, it was a lot of JW jumping out of mid-window, like you said, a lot of aggression pushing forward here. They did want to secure that second round and you know, keep those guns in their hand, and they can continue to start to stack them up here as well. As Fnatic are 3 rounds behind. They do have some work to do, but again, 10-5 at half, that's fine. It is okay. And now it's time for them to really start to do some work. When the rubber hits the road, they've got to get going. The time is now.
Let's see what TSM have in store here. If they can get a plant out of this, it'll be perfect, but Fnatic are starting to really farm up the bank, and Flush is going to finish off what Krim started out there. And Cajun B going to be heading through that underpass. He's going to be met by Flusher, and Flusher's just having a whale of the time. He does go down to Cajun B in the end, but this should be a comfy one until Zipnix finds JW. This got a little bit closer than maybe they'd hoped for. Actually, Zipnix does recover that M4, so maybe he can do some damage here, but that bomb is so far away.
Olofmeister takes a tag to the head there, and bear in mind, if Fnatic, if they win this round, they're going to buy and exchange some of those guns anyway, so losing them here, not the end of the world, but TSM really pressuring here. Zipnix, but Pronax will just jump around the corner, yodeling, I assume, as he picks up the MP9 kill, and that now brings it up to 2 rounds in. So Fnatic done well to start things off nicely with that pistol round. That's what they needed, and they've got it now. Solo mid to buy up, rifles, AKs for all, and a few nades thrown in the mix as well. Dupree only with a smoke. Yeah,
Fnatic, they needed this start, to be fair. Last time, the beginning of this game was so backward and forward, but JW now with the AWP. Let's see what he brings in. He's got a great spawn towards mid as well, so he should be fine here to challenge out Carrigan if he fancies it. No one going for the early crosses. TSM flex towards B. JW still watching. Flush is the one to find him being a little more aggressive from that connector side, as Olof will push up mid, but it's going to be Pronax, I can imagine, on the receiving end here. If TSM actually commit to this, he's got a smoke, he's got the flashes. He should be able to weather the storm, but let's find out if he can do it, as look at this, TSM are making the play.
Counter flash coming out from Pronax. He knows exactly what's coming. He's going to throw another flash, but Dupree catches him mid-throw, but there's JW out of shot, picks up Dupree, now through the smoke, looking for another TSM player as the rest of Fnatic converge on this one. You can see Olofmeister here at short. He'll be looking through there as a nade goes towards him. Cajun B almost makes a target of himself, and it slows up a bit now as TSM inching onto the site bit by bit. Bomb down, Cajun B under fire.
This is going to be hard, though. They can't really escape the site, as you can see JW is going to catch off Device. Even Zipnix now in a 1v4 after plug situation. He's got the tag. He finally takes down Flusher, but tries to back away. But he's down to such a tiring predicament. He knows that he can't really do much here. He's looking to keep hold of that weapon as the defuse will come out, and he does at least keep the rifle.
Yep, bomb planted and rifle maintained here for Zipnix, but Fnatic with a stoic defense of that B site. Despite Pronax going down so early, it was a very rapid response from the rest of the Swedes to get there and shake things up now. And this is 1 round in it. Fnatic have won 4 rounds in a row, and Team Solo Mid seem very, very quiet on this T side. Interesting to see what they can put together now, as they want to just keep themselves at arm's length from Fnatic as they try and close the gap.
Let's see what they've got here. JW being denied the early pick through connector. Nice little adaptation from TSM, giving them that mid-control. Olof's going to look for something, but look at this. Cajun B straight up there. And wow, Cajun B finds Olof on short too. That's removed all the threat from mid, at least, as Flusher now left to pick to pieces TSM, but they have got the flex, so they have got control. Cajun B already in jungle, and Flusher kind of suspects that the bomb yet to commit. TSM could still lose control of this one if they lose, or if they choose the wrong side.
Cajun B must be looking for Crims over on that side, but Flusher surely can smell something out here, as he is just in the wings. The bomb being taken towards B, though, slowly.
Now, Pronax is phenomenal at holding this. The pop flashes he can pull are just brilliant, but there's nothing to give this away, and Device is so close.
Here comes a pop flash. Pronax is going to go for this pick surely in just a second. Oh, the device shot was too good for him. Pronax not even looking towards the left, assuming that TSM will be further down the corridor, and it blows up in his face.
Yeah, Flusher now in a bit of a situation. He can't get safely in towards the kitchen either. He will catch out Cajun B, who he'd been keeping in the back of his mind for quite some time, but there's so many players waiting in device just tucked to that left side. It's so annoying to get past, and the flash will come for him. That will drop Flusher out of the game, as it will just be Crims left alive with the AWP looking to save it.
Doubtless he will just try to get the heck out of dodge there. And unlucky for Flusher, he did check that corner, but didn't quite see the model poking around the edge, and Solo Mid will get one back here.
And the imperative thing to me was the play that came out from Cajun B at the start. Not only taking down the player who was in connector, but then following it back up and taking down Olaf Meister as he tried to come in through short. It opened up mid. It made so many possibilities available to TSM, and it just worked out well. That's going to get them the round they needed quite badly on the T side here. And let's see what they can do leading off the back.
Fnatic couldn't do much in mid because TSM didn't have a presence there.
Yep.
Fnatic, though, have a presence in mid, and if TSM can challenge and win, that's a big chunk out of Fnatic's players and a hugely strong position for them to operate out